What's happening, everyone? Number one sarcasm with Doom Eternal. We're doing Arc Complex today. I did have a bit of trouble with this level where some of the enemies wouldn't spawn in encounters, so I had to reset it. I had to start the mission from scratch. I just wanted to make sure that I did get it's still saved, all the collectibles and shit I got from the last levels. And just so everybody can see I'm up to date.
This industrial campus was once the headquarters of the Resistance.
Good news for the people. The deceiver, Samuel Hayden, has...
I kind of don't remember this level outside of like the last probably minute or 2 minutes. Grab Hayden, you fight the Marauder, and that's it.
Secure. Evacuation protocol is in effect.
So I spend a fair bit of time in this one going for micro missile mastery, because as you'll see later, bottomless micro missiles are fucking awesome. But I'm gonna try and get as many weapon masteries as I can by the end of the game, and then I'm sure anything I don't have I can probably work on for tag. You know, something like the grenade launcher for the shotgun. That's not super important. Doesn't do a whole lot, but it's a nice thing to have. Bottomless micro missiles though, whew, massive difference when you can just fire them infinitely. It's like no need for the regular firing mode, unless you're using the scope for maybe just cannons or revenant launchers. Even the heat blast, like once you master the heat blast and you're using that at its full capacity, so fucking fun. That the projectiles turn red once you've got mastery if you release a full charge, and it looks really pretty. But no, yeah, most of this level I kind of just don't recall, so I'm seeing it all from scratch again. It was kind of fun. I don't mind this environment of like the human cities, Earth cities and shit. But it's not necessarily my favorite either. I think not the last level, like second last is probably one of my favorites, and I think that's most people. Like, they really like that that second last mission, the environment. I don't remember the name though, forgive me. But I do also like Super Corners. The last one I did is memorable.
Young advocates, beyond the pain, there is a light.
I think it was one of these fights though, or the last little encounter I just did with those whiplashes. And then another one around near where the Slayer Gate is in this level. Some of the enemies just didn't spawn, so when you're looking at like the auto map and it's got the little combat encounter symbol and it's red, and when you finish it turns green, right? That just didn't happen. It just never turned green. So I was like fast traveling between different locations, trying to get them to spawn, loading checkpoints in. Just nothing happened. And because I wasn't sure whether I'd be able to get it to work with fast travel or loading a checkpoint, I did the whole rest of the level, and not knowing what was coming up, because I haven't played it in so long, the level took like forever. And then I was really pissed when it didn't work, so But resetting the mission seems to have worked. Otherwise, I probably still wouldn't be here right now. I'd be trying to solve that problem. But I was a bit more prepared for what I was going to come up against here. I'm finding the skill ceiling for I've hit my I think I've hit like my personal skill ceiling or somewhere near it, because it's rather than like, oh, okay, I'm you know, I can feel myself getting better at the game. It's more like I'm getting better at each encounter. It's like I have to, I'm taking every encounter as like a brand new challenge. So I learned that one, and when I get to the next one, it's like, oh, I feel like I suck again. I'm just not quite good enough to be able to take the whole game and like, or go long lengths without dying. Whereas if I'm playing on like ultra violence or anything lower than that, but yeah, I can go multiple encounters without dying. That's... oh. I'm kind of nervous for a lot of the rest of the game, like Icon of Sin. That's going to be very, very interesting, because that I remember even on Ultraviolence, that encounter just took me so long to do. And I wonder if maybe, I don't know, maybe more weapon masteries might help. Maybe I just need to get good. But we'll see. We'll see.
Dr. Hayden's outpost is blocked. 2 peripheral turrets identified. Calculating optimal firing path. Confirm. You can use both turrets to clear a path. I will mark them for you.
Thank you, Vega. Very, very helpful. I do vaguely remember those turrets and the tentacles. It's like, yep. But the rest of it, like this whole place, the hotel looking place that we were just going through, I don't recall any of that. Although I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that I just didn't, once I finished the campaign, I put no time into this game at all. Which is partially why I like Super Gornest more than anything else, I think, is because I didn't get the Slayer Gate for that when I first played, so I tried to put time in and like go for everything to get the Unmaker. And just I'd get halfway through the level and then end up just going, nah, I can't be fucked, I'll do something else. And my mate's been bugging me for so long. He's like, no, dude. He told me just before I started playing this, he's like, you're like, go for the Unmaker this time. Especially if I'm gonna be recording and uploading this, do it. You'll enjoy it. And even just without access to the weapon itself, working my way through the Slayer Gates is a lot of fun. It almost feels like they're designed in a way that you're meant to come back to them once you've got, you know, more abilities and more weapon upgrades, and you're much stronger. It feels like that's what they're designed for. Like, late game, you come back, you do all these things. Now that they're not gonna kick your ass the whole time. But I'm like, no. I'm finding a lot of fun in using just what I have at my disposal and trying to get better and better at the encounter, try and analyze everything and respond fast enough to just be good at it. Because with like with my ultraviolence playthrough, I probably would have waited. Like, I would have given up on this gate and just be like, all right, I'm gonna come back with the BFG. And if anyone remembers what's in this Slayer gate, you'll probably know why I wanted to wait. But this time I'm like, no, let's just find a way to make it work without the BFG. And these tyrants are exactly why. Because it's just the cyber demon, man. It's just an old school cyber demon. And I love that about them. It's really fun, and I think it's a nice little nod, I guess. Because of course the cyber demon looked way different in 2016 than this is. Like, we're not giving you a boss enemy per se. I suppose it is like a mini boss because they end up treating the Doom Hunter like just regular encounters, and then one of them shows up in this fight too. But they are like mini bosses, especially having two of them without the BFG and without the crucible too. I don't know how much difference that makes. But it just meant, yeah, I have to be extra cautious and try and be paying so much attention to where they are more than anything. Funny because suddenly a Mancubus doesn't seem like that much of a threat when you've got a tyrant. Like, there's two, man. That's fucking imposing. That's almost scary. Until that happens, and it's not so scary. It just looks goofy with his head in the stairs. And this is what makes me think, oh, I was so disappointed when the chainsaw didn't work. Like, I've got max chainsaw fuel. It's like, oh no, he's just too big. Fuck, that ruins the whole plan I had. I think I died a fair bit here, and I tried the same thing with the Tyrant. I'm not sure why I thought it would work with the Baron. It's not going to work on a Tyrant, but whatever. But no, this is what makes me think, like, oh, it was... You were meant to come back to these later. I can't really think of another reason why they would put such tough enemies the way they have in this fight. That was a really satisfying kill there. I was hoping for a glory kill, but yeah, satisfying nonetheless. First in lore though, it's like, does the Doom Slayer really care whether he's got a BFG? No, he's just gonna take it on anyway. Do whatever has to be done with what he's got. And I think that's really interesting, the way they made resource management work. I'm really pissed with that because that just ruined the whole thing. Waste more ammo on this guy. No, I like that, yeah. With these encounters, you're never without enough resources. It's just, you have to play smart, engage with the combat loop, and you have everything you need for anything you come across. That kind of felt a little bit unfair. Like, I feel bad for doing that. He just spawned in. He was still doing his little animation, and And I've murdered him for it. He deserved a chance. At least that guy got to throw a fireball, you know? Something a little bit funny and interesting happens here. I wanna know, anyone who sees this and feels like commenting, let me know. Oh, it's coming up. I'll call it out when it's on the screen. Where is it? Oh no, nearly here, nearly. So I'm gonna break the sled, right? Which, yeah, cool, that's fine. I'm now out of rockets to shoot at the Doom Hunter. But I don't think surely I couldn't have killed him with that last rocket I had. That I shot after the sled blew up. Apparently he just died. And I don't know what I've done. I don't know how. If anybody who watches this knows what happened, saw something I didn't, and is happy to comment and let me know, please do. I would love to know how it died. But we do have to move on. I think that's the 4th Empyrean Keep. Yeah, it sounds about right. So we're most of the way now to getting the Unmaker. I am really keen to use it, honestly. I like that the Revenant armor looks really clean and sleek when they spawn in. And as you take it away, it's like underneath is really jagged. There's like chains on the shoulder straps. That looks really cool. And I think that's the last. That must be the last upgrade. Weapon mod, I think. What's left? BFG has no weapon mods. Crucible doesn't. Sure, the Unmaker doesn't either. So nice. We got everything. And now we can just work towards like weapon challenges and combat encounters and shit. And get everything fully upgraded. I also don't think on my UV run I don't think I managed to upgrade all the mods. Like I know I didn't master everything. So I'm gonna have to have a quick little gander and see check out the combat challenges or weapon challenges. It's like in the weekly challenge list or something. It's separate to the stage or level that we're doing. I don't know if they give weapon upgrade points. That is another thing that will help. It's just those tiny little buffs that like you don't necessarily notice until they're taken away. Like, oh yeah. By the end of the game, if you go back to what happened there too. So someone let me know. I don't think I shot that cannon or that missile launcher. Yeah, no, like, if you were to get to the end of the game, right, and then just strip away, oh, that's really fucking sad. This is even sadder. Strip everything away, right? You can feel the massive gap in power. And I mean like, keep all the weapons, and keep full weapon wheel, but take away every upgrade to those weapons and equipment. Yeah, okay. You're just slow. This combat is nowhere near as intricate. And it's just painful.
005, subject analysis of Doomslayer. February, no mention of the hesitation shown by our many leaders and politicians.
So I kind of like these, I didn't read the Revenant thing on the side there.
As a species,
I kind of like these little entries from the Dr. Richardson, Elena lady. Like, I'm not sticking around to listen to it from start to finish, but it's like cool to listen to. As she goes from believing that he's some weird force of like comparing him to the rest of the human race and like the way that they fight. Like he's almost like a demon himself. And then by the time you get to the end of all of her different entries and mods and shit, it's like the Doomslayer is my religion. That's a hell of a leap, but sure. Okay, I imagine she's just been watching him on like camera footage or whatever, seeing sexploits. And I suppose it makes sense. He's a hero in a sense. Yeah. It's one of those like, not the hero you want, but the hero you deserve kind of thing. Like, you're doing dumb shit on Mars, making poor decisions. This is how we fix those decisions. Yeah, that's a bit rough. It doesn't look like he should be able to move that fast, but whatever. Ultimately, a carcass isn't that hard to kill anyway. Ooh, alright, one more Arachnotron turret, and then I've got weapon mastery for the grenade launcher. Still need to take out a lot of prowlers though. That one seems to be taking the most amount of time of everything I've got access to at the moment. And I mean, I suppose a lot of that is just, I'm not fighting prowlers all that often. I'm like halfway. 7 or 8 more to go. This guy, why won't he come through the door? Because I can't get through there. And he won't come to me. He's a bit of an asshole. First secret encounter. Not that hard. But again, like the first time I encountered these, they threw me for a loop. Right? I was not prepared for what it was, and the timer just made me fucking nervous. Bugger. I mean, I'm super happy that I had the time to like reload my grenades and get weapon mastery. Which, oh yeah, I got weapon mastery. Pain Elemental 2. I actually really like the enemy design for those things. Like, old school Doom. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Apparently that's all it takes, is a hit that doesn't look like it should land is enough to kill me. I got him back though. Killed him in the air, that was super satisfying. I was saying, oh yeah, the old school Pain Elemental design, it's like, it's nice, it's scary. And I do hate them. Right? Like Doom 2, I think the pain elemental, I mean, it did its job. It caused me more pain than anything else. But in this, I actually really like them. I like the design. I think the way that they sort of fight against you is so disappointing. Yeah, we're just gonna skip over the. I did get a rune there. Apparently I fucked up and cut it out, but whatever. Not important. I'm not changing my runes anymore. I think I put Chrono Strike on, and I'm leaving it at that. Yeah. I remember this fight as well from this level. I like the layout that it's like it's a restaurant of sorts. Like I can picture that there would be a whole bunch of people sat around this open area. Yeah, it looks really cool. I don't know what this low area would be for me. Wine cellar? I don't know, I imagine they would have had like glass or something over the top. Oh, maybe a band in the middle there. But then like, yeah, the access to the kitchen and shit. I think the layout of this fight, of this arena, is really, really nice. Really cool. But what makes it for me is Berserk turret? Because it's not often that you come across them, but every time you do, holy shit, is it super satisfying to just be able to like rip everything apart, where the whole rest of the game you're fighting. Then you get a Berserk, and it's like you're not fighting, it's like playtime. Nothing is a challenge. I will admit, sometimes, like it's very much press A to win kind of thing. All you have to do is press the button and be within a general vicinity of the demon you're trying to kill. But it's a little bit of a respite, and if you don't use it at the right time in the encounter, you might use it too early, and then you've wasted it for like a tougher enemy later on. Or you use it too late. It's like all you've got left are imps, and it's like, oh well, yeah, it's kind of fun, but you could have saved yourself a bit of frustration there. I didn't even know the Cyber Mancubus was going to show up, but I picked a perfect time to use Berserk, so I could get rid of the Mancubus. Mancubuses? I don't know. I'm still unclear on that. Yeah, okay. I don't know how much chainsaw fuel they take. That was really super satisfying to watch as he like spins up and flies into the ceiling like a little fleshy firework. Yeah, so I've gotten micro missile mastery almost fully complete. Oh no, my shield. See, that was what I was talking about earlier with like the other challenges, like weekly challenges or whatever they are. I gotta check them out, figure out what they are, see what they reward. Because if it is weapon points, then I reckon that's going to be just a little bit more helpful. Like it'll fast track the process of just getting everything upgraded. It's so much fun when you get a flow going in combat encounters. It's very easy to have that flow broken, but when you're playing well, Doom excels at just making you feel really good for playing well.
First target destroyed.
So,
Second turret will give you the angle needed to destroy the remaining tentacle.
no. See, that doesn't sound right. I'm not sure why I can't just use that first turret to hit the other tentacle. From a gameplay point of view, like, if you want to make a video game, if you want to make a level, it makes more sense. You can't, you know, it'd only be half a level otherwise. But from a like logical point of view, it doesn't make sense that you couldn't just use the first turret to hit the other tentacle. Unless it just won't turn that far. Yeah, I don't know. If it can't turn that far, that's a major design flaw, and you should really question whoever the fuck installed those. Whether this is just me or whether it's just part of the way the game is. I don't know whether it's intentional or not, but I kind of forget what I'm doing half the time. Like until you hit those plot relevant beats, like the turret section shooting the tentacles, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that's right, I'm here to get Hayden. Just halfway through every level, I always forget what I'm doing, like why I'm playing this level. It's like, there is an objective, yes. What is it? Dunno. Forgot. Don't care. Yeah, 5 levels in, we've almost got that maxed out too. That feels kind of wrong. Yes! See, look at this, just... The Mancutus never stood a fucking chance. That is bottomless missiles, and it is so much fun. You know, those suit points? Feels like I have too many already. For level 5. I don't know. Ah, that's rough. Just all of that armor. Not sure why he didn't die, but sure. Or maybe he did once he unfroze, but his face into paper. I think I'm forever gonna hate the whiplash. I kind of like what they're going for. I like the enemy design. That pinky nearly wiped me the fuck out. Yeah, I like the design of the whiplash. I like what they're going for. Is it a fun enemy to fight? No. No, it's not at all. And I wonder if that's because like there hasn't been an enemy like this in Doom before. Well, before this game. Yeah. You've got imps from the first game, and then you've got imps from Doom 3. They all throw fireballs, but the imps from Doom 3 were a bit faster. It's like they've got that old template to sort of work forwards from. You can improve on what's come before, right? And make a much more interesting version of that enemy for this gameplay style. And that goes for everything. It's going for Hell Knights, Dread Knights, Barons, Arachnotrons, Pinkies, everything, right? Even a Mancubus. And the difference between the recurring enemies from 2016 to now as well. But then you have a Whiplash and it's just like, you don't feel like you belong here. Or at least I don't feel like it belongs or fits well with this particular game. No one has to agree with that. I mean, like, I'm sure, I don't know how many people actually like the Whiplash. I don't know many people who play the game. I have like that same friend who recommended I go for the Unmaker. He's one of the only ones I know who has put time into this game. And even he hasn't played it in so long. But yeah, if they remove the Whiplash forever and we replaced it with we replaced every Whiplash with 2 Prowlers, I'd be like, yeah, sure. I like that more. I think what Prowlers are from Doom 64, if I remember correctly. I could be entirely wrong. I haven't actually played much of 64. Which actually maybe I'll do that. If there's another thing, if someone ends up sitting down and watching this, before, ideally before I finish playing it, I think then I should go through 64. Please, let me know. Tell me. I'll put the time in for it. Otherwise, maybe I'll just get around to it whenever I can be bothered. I don't know what I'm gonna do after finishing this though, but that's fucking ages away anyway. Ooh, so we've got the other secret encounter here. Because I had to play this level, I already know what's coming. What did I go for? Ah, yep. Finish with 2 health. That's all I had left. Bottomless missiles for the win. In fact, ooh, no, I was gonna say I could probably just use bottomless missiles for that whole encounter, but I think the mobile turret really does just help to stun the Prowlers. I don't know how much the micro missiles would have done.
One moment. Override successful.
I love the way he hits the buttons. You like some impatient kid waiting for the cutscene to end. It's like, hurry the fuck up. Why isn't it working? I don't understand. I really need to turn those tutorials off. I understand how to play the game. I really like the Destroyer Blade. It's a very, very powerful ability. Does it take too long to charge up? Fuck oath, it does. I don't remember anything with the Gauze Cannon taking that long, but... Oh, no, Siege Mode did, I think. Yeah, that's right, because Siege Mode is Destroyer Blade, but not. I love moments like this where like sometimes it's hard to tell what's actually going on, and you just have to hope that you're not gonna get like you won't get hit that hard, like enough to die. Like I've come to the conclusion I'm forever gonna get hit. There's no way I'm not. I can't believe that grenade fucking missed too. It blew up just as he was hopping down and it fucking annoying. I remember seeing a guy, I can't remember his name. It was kind of funny for a little bit when I first started watching his stuff on YouTube, but doing a no HP damage run of Doom Eternal, and it's fucking wild. How someone plays that well, I do not know. I just can't. Actually, I should find it again and just watch what he was doing and study the way he plays a little bit. Oh, she said the thing! Look, read this. She said the thing, he's Doom. Which makes no sense, by the way. What do you mean he is Doom? It's just some... I mean, well, it is an intangible concept.
Warning. All armed personnel, the mortally challenged have entered the compound. Evacuation is advised.
That doesn't sound good, it just sounds more ominous than anything else. Like he is the very concept of, like, how do you describe Doom? I don't know. You know what I'm getting at though. Like, I suppose in like a conceptual way she is correct though. Hey, what? Oh.
This is Dr. Elena Richardson. Log entry 007. March 3rd,
So I
2163.
I hope there aren't actually like seven. I know that. Oh no, because they're labeled in the codex as like 1 through 4. There aren't actually 7 of those fucking entries to find. But if you listen to the first one, I did mention this earlier, but you listen to the first one, she's just like, yeah, he's some guy. He's the only one who seems to be able to do anything against them. It kind of doesn't make any sense.
My God,
It's really cool. It's impressive.
Dr. Hayden was convinced.
And now she's just like, yeah, no, he's just he's the embodiment of Doom. He's basically a god. I forget what.
Can I just say that
What happens to this
honor
this
for
hilt?
me personally to meet you?
Shut up, buddy. What happens to this crucible hilt? Why do I have a different one?
Please exit the
I don't
facility
recall.
now.
We don't know how to access his main cortex. It's all alien. We couldn't figure it out. We have to prepare for his Careful, extraction. We were given specific orders.
His life signal is barely readable.
Yeah,
Warning.
look, that's...
Demonic presence
What do you mean life signal? He's a fucking robot and he's turned off. Does it still have a human heartbeat inside that machine? Like, I suppose you just meant to run with it, but whatever.
Opening the portal now.
Yeah, cool. I remember fighting this guy for the first time. I thought he was super fucking challenging.
One of us. You were nothing but a usurper, a false idol. My eyes have been opened. Let me help you to see, Slayer.
Man, I was terrified fighting this guy because I didn't understand how to fight him. It was really confusing. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. But the second you figure out what's going on, you know the gimmick. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. Like he's less imposing than something like a Baron of Hell. He's meant to be like... He's meant to be a challenge because he's got like the axe and the gun and he's super fast and the wolf and the shield and what have you. But you learn the loop. It's like, you're a pushover. We'll see how I feel about him when they start showing up in like other encounters with other things as well. And I have to prioritize enemies. But anyway, that's Arc Complex done. I'm glad I took the time to go back and like do it properly, so I didn't miss those encounters and shit. Because it would have been frustrating to have to come back later. But anyway, guys, I'll see everybody next time. Bye.